everyone. I'm Boris from Boredom Sated,
I'm
and this
Michael from
is
Boredom Stated.
how are you guys? So today we're going to be doing top five sci-fi movies of the '90s.
Ah, the 90s.
If the '80s taught us anything, I think our lists are going to be pretty much the same.
That is a pretty decent bet. Let's start off with number five, shall we? My fifth
Okay.
one. My fifth one was
Yes.
Independence Day. I
Oh,
remember
very
seeing this.
interesting.
Yeah, I remember seeing this in the theaters way back in what was it '96, I believe. And when the I remember this is one of the most patriotic movies ever made. And when the final battle against these alien invaders, and the president himself took to after giving a wonderful inspirational speech, took to flight and launched a missile at the enemies, and the missile finally hits. You literally heard everybody in the theater cheer. It's one of the few times that happens nowadays, but there you go. That's my number five.
Yes.
What about you,
I
Boris?
I agree with that statement about Independence Day, and my number five was Terminator 2: Judgment Day.
Oh yes.
You you cannot beat Arnold's as a Terminator
Yeah.
fighting for good.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of those movies that has been often. It's I'm not sure spoof is the right word for it, but it's been the effect has been duplicated again and again and again. In various other
Yes.
media. And
Yep.
there's another movie like that, which we'll probably get. That's on my list that has been spoofed a lot, or at least tributes to it has been used a lot. The technology.
Yeah. Yep.
So number four for me is Terminator 2. There you go.
Wow. Uh,
Da-da-da-da-da. You can't go wrong with Arnold, and he is just amazing. Linda Hamilton
yes.
was buff as hell for that movie, and James Cameron was still proving he was the man.
Yep. Definitely. Now, my number four is
Yes.
your number five. It's Independence Day. So
Oh, this is gonna be an easy list.
you just cannot beat Independence Day. I it's fantastic. Makes you proud to be an American.
Yeah, it does. It's not only a war movie or a sci-fi movie. It's an inspirational movie for world peace through warfare. Everyone join together because the only way
Yeah.
we're going to join together is if we're going
Hey,
to beat up
look.
somebody else.
Yeah, that's
That's it.
true.
That's
Everybody
it.
getting together. Yeah, very true. So what's your number three?
Number three is Galaxy Quest. Never give up, never
Oh,
surrender. The best true Star
yes.
Trek movie
It's
of that time, pretty much. I
during
was
the
surprised.
90s.
Yeah, I was surprised that
Yeah.
this comedy was so it had a lot of heart in it, and it was spoofing it without being cruel. It was a combination of a parody plus an homage combined. It felt genuine. It really was a fun little movie. It's a really fun movie.
Yes. Well, surprisingly, that wasn't mine, but it is my honorable mention because I think it's all for the same reasons you think. But
Yeah,
my number three is Stargate.
that's good.
Now,
That's good.
for two primary reasons.
Okay.
One, it really, really did a fantastic job of explain, sort of meeting that ancient aliens
Yeah. Well,
aspect.
now now that show wasn't before, was
But
afterwards.
I think it's the reason ancient aliens begin. But it
Egyptians
was
rule the universe. Yeah, sure.
yes,
Galaxy.
it, it wasn't it was an okay movie, but it sparked the Star Trek TV show.
You
I
mean
mean the
Stargate?
Stargate TV show. My bad, the Stargate TV show, and that was phenomenal.
Yes, it was.
So
All right. So my
so
number
that's
two.
why it was.
Oh,
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah.
My
No,
number
that's why it
two.
was my number three.
Okay. My number two is The Fifth Element. Um,
Really?
yeah. Uh, I loved the outrageous characters. Um, Mila Jovovich was a total babe, and you can't go wrong with Bruce Willis. But it was just simply the world that they inhabited, like the apartment that Bruce Willis's character had. It's like so. It's like I can see that as future Japan, in terms
Yep.
because the space is such a premium, or maybe future China. Who knows? It's just it was beautiful. It was just a very colorful movie.
Yep.
I mean, you had the future of McDonald's there. I mean, that was great.
Look, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's fantastic, and I look, it's Die Hard in space, and whenever you add space, it's always better.
Oh dear. All right.
But my number two was The Matrix.
That's
I,
again that when we talk about the technology used for that the bullet
yeah,
timing thing, yeah, that's been so
yep,
copied and parodied and used. Yeah,
yep,
it's like Terminator 2.
yep. It's
All
a
right.
fantastic movie, just
Fantastic.
really good for the 90's. The special effects were amazing for the
Yes.
90's.
Yeah.
Yep. So
All right. My number one pick is The Matrix. Ta-da! I remember watching the trailer for that, and seeing and being just wondering what the heck is going on. I first thought it was people who had like just a cyberpunk movie type of thing, where they had like maybe they're cyborgs or genetically engineered or something like that.
right.
But the concept inside there was wonderfully, at least from my point of view, very original, and they were all part of something else, and that the
Right.
reality is really really crappy. And
Right.
it was
I agree. It actually, at first, I thought it was like another Bruce Willis movie. Remember Surrogate, where they take
robots, or
yeah,
their minds was transferred. Yeah, okay.
yeah. Well, not transferred, but they controlled robots in their pods. Everybody stayed home, and their robots walked around and did everything for
Okay.
them. Yeah. So
That's
I thought it was that sort of that type of thing. But yes, the Matrix really supplied. My number one is The Fifth Element. You can't beat you cannot beat
Bruce Willis or
Die Hard in Space.
Die Hard in Space. Yeah. I love the fact that their casting was so inspiring. Like they had that the president was I don't know
Yeah.
his name. I think it's Liston or something
Zeus.
like that. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
but
Zeus
he
from back
was
in the
Zeus.
80s, like
Yeah.
from the WWE and WWF at the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, this guy is he's built like a tank, but he's the president. It's like they casted against type. You know what I'm saying? You don't
Yes.
expect the president of the whatever the whole thing to be.
Right.
And let's see what else is there. Of course, the DJ. He was outrageous and he was funny. I
Yeah.
think it was
Chris.
no,
No, it wasn't Chris. Chris.
Tiny Lister. That was the president's name.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he was in the Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
He was in the Jackie Chan movies. Again, I can't.
Yes.
That.
Yeah.
But yes, he was great.
It was just an amazing movie. So I guess the 80's really proved yet again that we have similar tastes.
Very similar tastes. It's just a matter of where on we place them on a scale.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go with honorable mentions. I'll take one honorable mention. Okay. I'll take Demolition Man. Demolition Man for two reasons. First, it was like basically Sandra Bullock's breakout role, and she was very funny without trying too hard. It's just sort of
yeah.
It was just the situation just put her in, and it just felt organic in terms of
Right.
the how funny she was. And the second reason was a lot of the technology there was like fascinating, but I think the only problem was it was a bit too it progressed a little bit too much in 40 years. I think if they put like maybe 80 or 100 years ahead, I could actually more believe that technology was like that. But
Yeah.
other than that, it was great. And yeah, the three
Yeah.
seashells.
Yes.
Which is completely
It's
memeable.
very, and
And
it's
I'm still
very
trying to figure out what the hell
urgently
how to use
needed. It was very urgently needed the first 2 weeks of this crisis when we had a famous
It was.
TV shortage.
That was memeable. I saw the memes
Yes.
like three seashells. Like now it's more important than
Yeah.
ever.
Yes.
What about you?
Yes,
What's your honorable
definitely.
mention?
Like I said, Galaxy Quest. I mean,
Galaxy
I definitely like Demolition Man too, but Galaxy Quest is my honorable mention.
So our
So-
combined list is basically 6 movies instead of
Yeah. Yes. But
Great minds think alike. What do you want?
yes. But everyone, this is Boris from Boredom Sated and Mike saying, please subscribe, please like, please tell us what your list is. Please tell us what list you would like us to do. We all appreciate the comments. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.